Morning, everybody. Today, we're gonna make lazy challah in a bag. All right, let's get ready to start. Just like every time we cook, we have to wash our hands. All right, are you ready? Wash your hands. Wash them nice and clean. Wash them on top, wash them on bottom, fingers in between. All right. So you're going to need a gallon Ziploc bag, and into this bag we're going to put 1 package of yeast. I'm going to put that in the bottom. Make sure it all empties in. Then we're going to add 1 cup of warm water. So we're going to pour that in. Next, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of white sugar. So I'm going to pour that in. 1/2 tablespoon of salt. 1/3 cup of canola oil, or whatever kind of oil you desire to use. So I'm going to put that in and just make sure we get every bit of it. There we go. And 3 cups of flour. I'm going to use unbleached white flour. You can use whole wheat flour or any kind of flour that you have in your house that you like to use. So in this bowl, there are 2 cups of flour. And then here is the 1/3 cup of the flour. So then we're going to seal the bag, and we're just going to mix the ingredients together. And remember, you don't have to work too hard because this is lazy challah in a bag. After you have it mixed all together, you're going to put it into a bowl of warm water, just like that, and it's going to sit for 1/2 hour. It's been sitting in this bowl of warm water for 30 minutes. Now, if you can see, the bubbles are starting to form. That's the yeast working. So the dough is kind of wet. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it out of the bowl. We're going to open the bag a little bit, let all the air out. Then I'm going to seal the bag. I'm going to knead it a little bit again. And then it's going to sit on the counter for an hour, and every 20 minutes, you're gonna flip the bag over. All right, see you back in an hour. Let's see what happened. Wow, look at the dough in the bag. The bag got puffy. The dough is full of air. So let's do our next step, which is I'm going to add 1/4 cup of flour into the dough that's in the bag. This is going to help it to not stick to the bag. So we're going to put that in. We're going to seal it back up. And we're going to mix that flour in a little bit to the dough. Let it sit now for another 1 hour and 30 minutes and let it rise again before it will be ready to braid and bake. Okay, now it's time to take the dough that's had a chance to rise out of the bag. We're going to knead it, divide it into 3 balls, roll each of those balls into a long snake, and then we're going to braid it together.
I made a little challah, I made it all myself.
Now I'm going to brush an egg wash onto the top of the braided loaf of challah. That will give it a nice sheen to it after it is finished cooking.
Oh, challah, please do stay. I didn't mean to touch it, but oh, it smelled so nice. I took a little nibble, I took a little bite, and then before I knew it, the pantry shelf was bare. There wasn't any challah, the challah was not baked.
Here's the finished product. And that's the funny thing about baking. It certainly looks perfect when it was braided before it went into the oven, right? But it seemed to have a mind of its own while it was baking. Hopefully, it will taste way better than it looks. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.